Hello! Today I'm going to show you how I've scrapbooked a page for my trip to the Osaka World Expo last year. I used the Canon Selfie CP1300 to print my pictures. It is great. This scrapbook is completely dedicated to a trip I went on last year after graduating university. I'm about 5 weeks into this trip. As of this page, I've been doing a page for every single day because we were super busy. When I finished, I'm definitely going to give a tour of it because I'm so proud of how it's turning out. But anyway, back to the topic. The World Expo is an event that happens every 5 years, and nations all over the world come together to show off their achievements by building pavilions which visitors can go into and learn about new research, cultural things, try the country's foods. There's so many different approaches that each country take when building their pavilion, and I really wish I could have visited more, but I was only there for a day. Some super famous landmarks that you might not have realised were from the World Expos are the Crystal Palace in London, the Atomium in Brussels, the Space Needle in Seattle, and the Eiffel Tower in Paris. This year's theme was designing future society for our lives. The expo was built inside a huge wooden structure called the Grand Ring, which actually holds the Guinness World Record for the world's largest wooden architectural structure. The washi tape I'm using here, I either got it from Hyper Japan in London or Comic-Con. I can't quite remember, but I really want to find this artist again. If I do, I will link them in the description. One of my favourite pavilions we went in was the Smart Mobility Expo, which was all about how we can integrate robotics into daily life, which sounds scary, but some of it was actually really cool and addressed things that I don't think many people think about. For example, one of the robots was like a suitcase, which can be used by visually impaired people to help them with navigation, especially in busy cities. They also showed off the Bellabot, which I had actually seen in Tokyo like a week earlier, and they explained how it could help with delivering food and cleaning. Another thing that was showcased was aircrafts. This one is a zero-emission electric aircraft, which was imagined to be used in disaster relief, medical treatment, and I think also general transport. Now, I need to talk about the little guy you can see piloting some of the machines. This is Myaku Myaku, and it is the mascot for the Osaka Expo. It was designed by an artist called Kohei Yamashita. The red parts are meant to be cells and the blue is water, and it can transform into many forms and shapes, which made for the most incredible merchandise. The shops were so crazy, and there's been a bunch of collabs with Sanrio, Tamagotchi, Mizuno, Labubu. I saw lots of custom-made merch while we were there too, and one that stands out were these girls that had Chikawa and Usagi plushes that had Myaku Myaku costumes on. I've also seen Myaku Myaku inspired decor looks. The name Myaku Myaku comes from the onomatopoeia for a steady pulsing, like how blood is pumped through our bodies and how life is continually flowing. That was a big theme with this expo. It takes me literally hours to figure out the layouts of my scrapbook pages. I like to use packaging from things that I've bought during the day, and fitting everything on is really challenging. A lot of the times I will use clear tape to make a flap with something and then stick more stuff underneath. This is really helpful if I have like big leaflets or tickets. One tool that I use all the time in my scrapbooking is these tweezers. I struggle with my fine motor skills due to a condition that I have, so using them makes precise movements a lot less frustrating. This particular day there was torrential rain, which made everything so stressful. I use a rollator to walk if I'm going out for the day, and it's so difficult to hold an umbrella while also steering and not crashing into people. I was so overwhelmed. So while it looks like we did a lot, a large chunk of the day was spent trying to de-stress, which was why we didn't go in as many pavilions as we wanted to, as well as not being there for super long. We just got unlucky, I think, but there was still so much to look at around the expo site, so I don't feel too bad about it. We still got to do so many cool things. Something I really enjoyed was that each pavilion had stamps to collect. Here is the page for my stamp book for this day. I took this with me the entire trip and managed to fill it up completely. If you like collecting stamps and are planning on visiting Japan, I found a website that has locations of loads of stamps that you can find. I will link it in the description. I absolutely love these dog stickers that I found. It was my goal on this trip to find merch of the dog. I'm obsessed with the Wii game. I used to have one of the plushes when I was younger, and I've actually bought one recently. I also got some stickers that I didn't use in this one, but they're like the big puffy stickers. They're super cute. Now is the scary part, the writing. I have messed this up so many times, so I now test the pen before, because these glittery pens are so prone to leaking and exploding everywhere. The Osaka Expo was open for 6 months from 13th of April to 13th of October. Here I'm writing about the Smart Mobility Pavilion and also another pavilion that we visited called the Blue Ocean Dome. This was designed around the concept of environmental protection and how we can protect the oceans. The Blue Ocean Dome explores the potential of unconventional materials in structural design. It uses carbon fiber reinforced plastic, laminated bamboo, and recycled paper tubes, and is designed for relocation and seismic resilience. At the end here, I'm writing about our dinner at Koko Ichibanya. We were obsessed with this place, and it exists in London, but it's so much more expensive, so I've never been since this trip. This is my favorite part. I get to use all my stickers that I got on the trip. This tub specifically is the ones that I bought while on holiday. I have these lovely sea slug stickers that have the scientific names of the sea slugs as well. I made sure to get lots of stickers that match the activities that we were doing. So there were a few days where we went to see some seals at an aquarium, so I have seal stickers, and I got food stickers for meals that we had. I also, of course, had a pack of stickers of Myaku Myaku in lots of different colours. This box is my main sticker collection that I've had for absolutely years. This is every single sticker I've collected for the past 5 years. My favourite place to get stickers is in artist alleys at conventions like Comic-Con and Hyper Japan. A lot of the washi tape that I use is also from these conventions. day before, we had visited our friends, one of which is obsessed with the expo and has been so many times since she's local to it. She printed this map of all of the pavilions and places to eat and get water. It was so helpful because this place is huge. I also was given this hangidon myaku hair clip as a gift from her, which I of course wore on this day. This page was also a good spot to stick in some of the labels and packaging that I could not fit on the main page. Back on the main page, I'd forgotten something so important that we did. We went to see Kabuki theatre. This was something that me and my boyfriend had planned to do on this trip, but had no idea where to look. So it was just a great coincidence that we found it at the expo. Here are the finished pages. I had so much fun researching for this video, so I'll definitely be making more of these time lapses. And I hope you enjoyed it too. Bye!